Hello and welcome. I am Helen from Game for Life BG, and today I'm going to take a look at this cute little game. Hey Yo! This is a game for 2 to 10 players. It takes about 15 minutes to play and is for the ages 8+. And this is a cooperative game where we're going to try to follow a beat and see if we can fulfill some notes and score a lot of points. This box this box is amazing because this is just a little box. And let's take a look what we have inside, because I want to show you what we have inside. It is a fully packed little box. We have rules in a lot of different languages. And then we have this. We have a block where we can note our score. So you have a little score block. And you can then note the date and the score. And you also have a little pen in the box. You do have a little pen for your notes. And then we have some tokens. And we kind of have two colors. We have the yellow and then we have the orange. And then we have one set of orange cards and one set of yellow cards. And then we have the hat. We have a little hat. All this in this little box. This is just, I love this, guys. All right, and then we have some punchlines. So we have hey, yeah, and yo. And in this game, if you are more than 5 players, then you're going to split up in 2 teams, and then each team is going to get a set of yellow cards and these 2 tokens. These are going to be shuffled. You're going to use 2 of them. So if you were 4 players, if you were more than 5 players, for example 6 players, then each team is going to get 2 of these at random. Also, if you're not, you're just going to take 1 set then. So let's just look at 1 set. But if you were more players, you were going to split up in 2 teams if you were 5+ players. So if you were 6 or more. All right, we have drawn 2 of these at random. So that is what we're going to start with. This one is from where we're going to start our cards. This one is for end scoring. This is punchlines. We need punchlines to be able to score points. This is our hat with our music. And we have a rhythm. Each time there's going to come a whistle, then a player needs to play a card. The first time when you have them, you have to play a card with the second whistle. And after that, each time when you have a whistle, one player is going to play a card and you're going to go around. So each player is going to play a card in turn order. Okay, so this is our hat. And then this is for our start player. So maybe I am the start player. And then these cards you're going to shuffle. And you're going to deal to each. If, for example, we were 3 players, then you're going to make a deck with all of the cards. You're going to put in all of the cards. Then each player is going to get their deck of cards here. And each player is then going to draw 4 cards to their hand. Okay, so for 3 players, each player is going to have a deck of cards and they are going to draw 4 cards to their hand. So they have 4 cards to their hand each. And then when you start this one, and then on the second whistle, the start player needs to play a card. Then the next player needs to play a card on the next whistle. Then this player needs to play a card on the next whistle again. And then it's going to back to the start player. And you're going to continue until you have played all of your cards. As soon as you have played a card, you're going to draw a new card to your hand. So you always have 4 until you run out. But you're still going to play all of your cards. And now, what do we need to do? Well, let's just look at... I will just say, we can talk with each other, but we can never show our cards to each other. So maybe someone can say, hey, I have an R punchline, or I have a lot of green, or I have a lot of yellow. And then you're going to try to build the same type of yeah and R and yo and yeah. And then you want punchlines. Some of the cards are going to have a punchline on them. Just show with the other color here. Let's look for a punch. This is a punchline. So the punchline looks like this. So you want, and when you place them, you can rotate them to any side. So we need punchlines. because we want to score points, and you're going to score points for each of the same type you have behind a punchline. So we need a lot of yellow, and then we need at some point a punchline after the last one, so we can score points for them. If they come after the punchline, it doesn't matter, except if there is a second punchline. And you cannot show your cards to the other players, but you can talk about what you have. So let's just start this one. Now, because I'm alone, yeah, let's just try it. And I will just flip them to this side, so we know, of course, I'm not allowed to you're not allowed to see each other's cards, but let's just play a few cards here, so you can get the sense of what the game is about. So on the second punchline, first punchline, and then the second one, and we can talk during this. I will place this one. Yeah, he does have a yellow. Oh, he put the punchline in. And you have to draw a new card to your hand. So this one had to draw a new card to the hand. And then, he has to draw one. Guys. And then I think, I don't have any yellow, and he can say so, and then we'll put that one, and I will just stop it. Okay, guys, I think you got the sense. With each punchline, you need to put a card out, but this is actually pretty amazing what we got there. And then you need to draw new cards each time you have played a card. Then you need to draw a new card. You're going to place cards until no one has any cards left. And if someone is too slow and doesn't play a card to the beat, then the player to the left of them have to flip over the back card here, and then you wouldn't score points for that one. So you have to try to follow along and play a card at the right time. And you can, of course, flip the cards as you want to. You are going to play until you have played all of your cards, and you're going to talk to each other as you play, but it's going to be a bit stressful because you only have the time for this one, and each time you hear the whistle, then the current player has to play a card. And when you are finished, you're then going to score. And let me just tell you about the scoring. So you're going to go first to look for the hay. And hay. We don't have any hay, do we? Do we have any hay? That is the blue. Yeah, we have the blue. We don't have any punchline for blue, but you would have two. Two of them would have been played. Now let's just place this one at the end here. You can just see it at the end. If we had this one here, then because of this we are not going to score anything for these. So we will just score 1 point for that hay, and you would place it here. And then you would have a second one, and you would score for that one too. You will score for each blue hay behind it, and also for itself. And you have these two punchline you can add at the end to one of the sides here. So this one you could have added here for the green. And then you would have added that one up here. That would have scored just the 1 point, right? Oh, you can't see it. We would add it up here and here at the end. But that is when you have played all of the cards. That is why you have two of each punchlines with the cards, and then you have these extra. Okay, so for the yo, we have a good yo down here. These three are not going to score anything. There's no punchline. But wait a minute, there is a punchline. This one continues down here. Oh, this is a good one. So let's take this one first. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that one would score 10 points. So we would mark 10 points on the first one. On the first one here, we would mark 10 points. And this one would score 1 point more. It would score 11 points because it will score all of these because they are all red. So this one would score 10 and 11. So it would have been 21 points for the yo side in just this one, right? And then with the R, we have the R here. This one would score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So that would be 5 points. And if we had placed this one here, then it would have scored 6 points. And then we have the yeah up here, and that one would score 1, 2, 3. So 3 points for the first one. And then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We would score 11 points for that one. So that is the way you're going to score. and that is what you are trying to achieve. And of course, if you can build 2 sides with colors and put in punchlines at the right time, then it's awesome. But getting that one in and then the punchline afterwards is so, man. Because you can, if you have some where you don't have anything, then you can also flip them to this side. But then you might destroy something at the bottom part. Yeah. But that is how this game works. You are going to get your cards, you're going to place them, and you're going to talk to each other. And it's going to be a bit stressful because you're sitting and hoping and cheering for getting some really long roads and getting some punch lines to them. Because if you hadn't gotten this one, if for example you had to place this one, not that one, that would be stupid. You would place it like this. Or maybe you played this one and then on this side here, the green came up, right? If this one, you didn't get a punchline for this one, then it's 0 points. You're not going to get any points for it. So you can build something up, but you need the punchlines to finish it off. So it's a fun little stressful game, and they do have some levels in the rules for which you can try to achieve. So they have some with levels where you're going to use all of the cards, and then you're going to take out 4 cards for a level 2, and then you're going to take out 8 cards for a level 3, and then 4 cards. And you need to try to see if you can get 50 points to get to the next level each time. Yeah, and you can make team battle if you are 4 to 10 players. And if you are more than 5 players, then you need to divide up, because that is co-op rule for 2 to 5 players. So you need to be 2 to 5 players to play with one set. But that is the game, and I really adore this little hat and this box where you can have everything in it. I mean, this is awesome. Awesome design, guys. I hate when I get big boxes and then the core game just fills up a little bit of space in the box. I know they do it because they need to have big boxes. They sell better if they have a big box, but I personally enjoy having the small boxes, and it just having to fill what it takes up of with all the content. So there isn't any spare space in the box, unless it's because you maybe can get some expansions. But this is really a fun little cooperative game. We had lots of fun playing it, and of course we are a bit noisy because you do have this one with the noise. So if you are in a room with a lot of other players, they might think it's that you are making a lot of noise. But yeah, I think it's a fun little cooperative game, and there is not more to it than what I'm just explaining here. You need to improve yourself and see if you can do better, and a fun little innovative game. And this did win this last year at Spiel. Essen Spiel, they won the innovation prize this year for most innovative game. And I think I haven't seen a game like this, unfortunately, with music. You have to have music and then play to the rhythm. You don't have to use the little hat here. I personally think it's very cute, and you need to have a little battery that does not come with the box. You need to buy a battery beside it. It was a CR32, I think, I bought for it. But I think it's a cute little hat and a fun thing they have come up with. So, yeah, definitely I think it's a little enjoyable game. But yeah, that was my look at Hey Yo. Thanks for watching.